So you found the property and you want to contact the owner, but you have no idea what to say once you get them on the phone. But what if there was a free tool you could use to write a script to ask the questions that you need to be able to evaluate the property and negotiate a deal that you could then put on the contract to wholesale without using your cash or credit? Well, I'm going to show you how to use the AI tool Chat GPT to do that and a lot more. So, you know what you need to do. You need to simply stand by and let's get it.
Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. You text me then I'll text you back. Text me then I'll text you back. TikTok, you don't stop. I will help you make your paper stack. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now? 205-964-5243. You know. 205-964-5243. You know.
Hello guys, this is Ty, aka the Flip Man. So you would like to know what to say whenever you're talking to a property owner. A script would go a long way to help you do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to leverage a free tool, Chat GPT. Some of you all have heard of it, and those that have not heard of it, you may have been on a rock over the last few weeks. It is a new tool. It's an artificial intelligence tool, short for AI, that does a lot of different things. And once we get over here to the demo, you'll see what I mean. Now, this tool is going to make it a lot easier for you to perform tasks that may normally take an hour. You may do it in 10 minutes. Now, before we get over into the tool, I have a simple Gator's Agreement. You're a Gator, I'm a Gator. That just means you're a go-getter. That I try to provide as much value, much knowledge, much free content. So if you want to do this thing called wholesaling, you can do it, and you never, ever, ever have to actually spend a dime with me or really anyone else. Now, I sell courses because I'm an entrepreneur and I like multiple streams of income. But in reality, I give it all away here on my YouTube channel. So with me saying that, the only thing that I ask of you, please subscribe to the channel, tap the little bell, hit the all button so you are alerted whenever I upload videos like this one and when we go live and answer your actual questions about real estate investing. Also, please follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. I'm also on LinkedIn and Twitch, believe it or not. So enough of me yapping. Let's get over here to Chat GPT and how you can use this free tool to write scripts so you will know what to say when you're dealing with a potential motivated seller. Okay, so we're at Chat GPT. All right, so unless you've been on the rock, as I mentioned before, here's a tool that you're going to hear about at some point anyway. This may be your first introduction. So let's do this first. Let's let Chat GPT tell you what it is. Even though I sort of explained it in the introduction, let's let Chat GPT tell you what it is, right? And hopefully we'll keep it simplified. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask it a question. Explain Chat GPT to someone in a simple statement, assuming they are not a techie. All right, so let's see what it has here. All right, Chat GPT is like a smart computer program that can talk to you and answer your questions about almost anything. All right, that's a very broad but direct answer because it's literally is what it is. Now, the limitations on Chat GPT is, and I'm gonna go up here and start it. anything before 2021 is probably going to know about. Anything after that is going to be limited on what it knows. All right, so I'm sure that's going to change. So in reality, for the most part, it's pulling information from the internet, which, you know, pretty much anything you want to know about is online, whether it's negative or positive. Okay, with that being said, you want to always double check like stuff like dates, times, even math when you get it to do calculations or whatever. Now, most times it's going to be right, but you always want to double check stuff. You always want to source it because the internet is vast, and so it's pulling information from all types of sources. Some of the sources are correct, some of them are wrong. So just keep that in mind. Now, for the purpose of this video, it's going to just pull information on how a conversation should go when you're talking to someone that's trying to sell a house. You know, that's going to be simple. So it's really going to be on how detailed you go, how deep you go in order to get the response and the information you use. Now, the way you also want to look at it is that Chat GPT is going to create a foundation for you to create what you really want. It's going to be rare that you're going to use exactly what it says because you want to put your own spin on it to make it easy for you and efficient for you. That's the way I've used it since I've been using it over the last couple of months or whatever. So just keep that in mind. It just speeds up your process of doing things, if nothing else, instead of just using exactly what it says do. All right, just understand that also. Okay, so we're here to write a script. So when we're talking to sellers. Okay, so the first thing we want to do, so the more information you feed it, the more it's going to give you what you want. So if you be vague, it's going to probably be too broad for you. Okay, just keep that in mind. So let's do this. All right, so we're trying to create a script for talking to sellers as wholesalers. So the first thing we need to do is create a list of questions that we would want to ask the seller whenever we're trying to get information about the property, them, and so on. So let's do this. So list questions a wholesaler would need to ask someone that owns a house to evaluate it and negotiate a great deal on that property. Things needed are bedrooms and bath rooms, address, price, vacancy, reason for selling. Okay, so those are some of the things. I'm putting all this information in, just stuff you just think about whenever you're trying to create the script, because you can say the questions, it's going to ask questions that I wouldn't normally ask. I can already tell you that, but you can filter out and choose the questions that you want to have in your script. So let me see what else I would probably ask. Mortgages or liens, current rental income, if any. All right, and let's see. Any recent renovations. All right, so let's see what we got here. Now, depending on when you're using the service, will determine on how fast it responds to you, which is responding pretty quickly here now. But sometimes it may. I gotta interrupt you guys and let you know about Zomps. Zomps is going to make Zillow more user-friendly to wholesalers. Zillow is the Google of residential real estate. It is the Google for houses mainly. So why not turn that into a tool that you as an investor, you as a wholesaler, use it to find more deals. So that's the purpose of Zomps. It's a work in progress. It's going to get better, but definitely get over to zomps.com or text ZZ to 205-964-5243 and go on this journey with me to find great deals using Zillow. I'm going to start doing some comping using Zomps. So stand by, and now back to the video. Sometimes it may be delayed. Now, if you're really early in the morning or late at night, it's going to normally be faster because there's less people using it. Now, they have an upgrade version here right now. I think it's $20 or whatever. So, you don't have to do that, of course. All right, so let's see what we got here. All right, so we're asking a list of questions first so we can then create the script. All right, and then so over here, sometimes it'll go ahead and title what you're doing here. Sometimes it want to just still say new chat, and you can go over here and just edit it to whatever you want to name it, and then just hit the check mark to save it. All right, so how it responded, it says, as a wholesaler, you would need to ask the following questions to evaluate and negotiate a great deal on a property owned by someone. All right, so what is the property address? All right, how many bedrooms and baths are there in the property? What is the current condition of the property? Is it move-in ready or does it need repairs? What is the asking price for the property? Is the property currently vacant or is it being rented out? If the property is being rented out, what is the current rental income? What is the reason for selling the property? Are there any mortgages or liens on the property? Have there been any recent renovations or upgrades on the property? How long has the property been on the market? Are there any potential issues with the property, such as zoning restrictions or environmental concerns? Are there any upcoming expenses that the buyer should be aware of, such as taxes, maintenance, or repairs? All right. Let me see what question I didn't like. How long has it been on the market, right? So that's assuming that it's listed with an agent. So they're assuming that. So, all right. So now let's do this. All right. So create a script. We want to create the script. So create a script from these questions. This was a script for a phone conversation. All right, and let's see, keeping in mind, let me see, let's do this. Negotiate questions that will allow me to negotiate the best deal available. Also, letting them know we can close in 2 to 4 weeks. We will buy as is. All right, create a script from the questions for a phone conversation, questions that will allow me to negotiate the best deal available. Also letting them know we will close in 2 to 4 weeks. We will buy as is. What else? Ask the price questions as the final question. Also, what did I have here? Ask their reason for selling before the price question. Now, you don't have to do it like this. It's just from years of experience. All right. So I gave it a lot of information on how I want the script to be written. Okay. So here we go. Let's see what it's got. Okay. So as it is going through it here, you see it's posing those questions, and let's see if it follows my instructions on the price. Okay, so boom. All right, so that's what we got. See what we got here. Okay, so it responded to what I put up here. So one thing you can do, like if you don't like what it did right here, you think you missed something, you can always go up here to edit, and I'll show you here in a second. You can go up here to edit, and it'll wipe all of this out, and you hit save and submit, and it'll redo it. But I'm gonna cancel this. All right, so I just wanted to make sure you understood that. All right, so it says, sure, here's a script for a phone conversation with someone who owns a house to evaluate and negotiate a great deal on the property. All right, hello, this is Ty with Ty Taylor Investments. I came across your property and I'm interested in learning more about it. Is this a good time to chat? And they say yes, I'm assuming say yes. Okay, so I have a few questions that will help me evaluate the property and negotiate the best deal available for you. Firstly, I don't know if that's the way you should say it. First, could you please give me the address of the property? How many bedrooms and baths does the property have? What is the current condition of the property? Is it move-in ready, or does it need any repairs? Is the property currently vacant, or is it being rented out? If it's being rented out, what's the current rental income? What was the reason for the purchase purchasing the property? And that's trying to build some rapport. I actually like that question. I don't know if I posed it that way, but that's getting a little history about the property, get them to open up, and may give you an insight on what their real motivation is. All right. Are there any mortgages or liens on the property that need to be taken care of? Have there been any recent renovations or upgrades of the property? Are there any potential issues with the property, such as zoning restrictions or environmental concerns? Can you give me a brief idea about why you're interested in selling the property? Okay, and then said, I just want to let you know, all right, that's after they answer that question. So I just want to let you know that we can close in 2 to 4 weeks, and we're willing to buy the property as is. We're not afraid of properties that need repairs or any other issues. Now that's assuming that that's a property that needs a lot of repairs. So just keep that in mind. So, some stuff you'll use on some people that you're talking to, because you may already know something about the property. Some stuff you won't use. So you just don't automatically just say this on every call, because every call may not fit the situation or whatever. So again, you use the script to know what you need to say, because you're going to have a conversation. You really don't want to just read the script. You want to have a conversation. You just know the information you need to evaluate the property. All right. Lastly, what is the asking price for the property? Now, I would have posed that question differently. I'm going to see if it'll pose it differently than what it is here. All right. It says, based on the information you provided, we can make you a cash offer. We would like to negotiate the best deal possible for both parties involved. Thank you for your time speaking with me today. I appreciate the information you've provided. Now, of course, that ending is a little different, because you didn't give a timeline on when you were calling back. And so that's where we'll go up here and we'll edit this, right? Okay, so now I'm not going to go through the entire thing again, but we'll edit and see what changes it makes, at the end or whatever. Okay, so So what then we didn't like? Okay, so we didn't give a time frame. All right, provide a time frame of 24 of within to provide a time frame for a call back within 24 hours to accept or counter to accept, make an offer, or counter an offer. All right. What else I didn't like? I didn't like what is the best price? Okay, so ask the price question as the final question, but pose the question to ask for their least amount they will accept. All right, I think that was the only changes I wanted to make. So boom, let's see now. All right, and I should have put in there my name, but it doesn't matter. You can do that. It's no big deal. All right. All right, so it changed. It's going to probably change a lot of this actually, but it's going to definitely do what we wanted at the end. All right, so now I think we're staying on beat here. Boom, boom, boom. I think that opening statement is different. All right, so the one thing it did right here, it said, what is the least amount you will accept for the property? And I would have probably said as is. So once you do that and they give you a price, so once we have this information, I can make an offer that is reasonable for both of us after the call. I would give you 24 hours to consider, and I'll call me back to accept, make an offer. Okay, so it got confused that we want them to call us back. All right, so let me see, how did I provide a time for a call back? I didn't indicate who should call back. All right, so let's do that again then. All right, so let's do this. All right, provide, let them know. Let the owner know I will call them back within 24 hours to accept, make an offer, blah, blah, blah. Okay. All right. And then on the price question, ask for the reason for selling. Okay. Ask their reason for selling. Okay. And that's the final question. All right. Ask the price as the final question. As for the least amount that they will accept as is. Let's see what it does. Okay, so boom. All right, here we go again. All right, so the opening statement is going to change again. All right. Now just understand, once you get it like you want, again, you will I'm not sure what it's doing here. Okay, listen to the response, engage, talk if necessary. So it just did a whole different format. I don't like that. Okay, so I'm glad it actually did that. All right, number questions. Let's do it. So I have to actually tell it to number the questions. Number the questions in the script. Let's see if it corrects that. And my name is Ty, and company name is Deal Makers LLC. We'll just say Deal Makers of Birmingham. All right, let's see what happens. Boom. All right. There you go. All right. It's going through everything. All right, so we're back down to the asking price. All right, let's see what change it made. So to get a better idea of what you're looking for, what's the least amount you'll accept for the property as is? Okay, I like that. Okay. All right, and then says, okay, that sounds reasonable. Thanks for your time. I'll call you back within 24 hours to make an offer or counter an offer. Okay, so you wouldn't say that. You just say, I'll call you back within 24 hours to let you know our thoughts or counter the offer or whatever. So it just depends on if they gave you a price or not, because sometimes they don't give you a price. They want you to give them a price. So it'll be to make the offer. And then if they did give you a price, you'll just say accept or counter the offer. All right. Below here says, remember the number of questions that are listed above and feel free to modify this script to suit your needs, communication style. Good luck with your questions. Okay, so now you have the script here. So what are you gonna do with it? All right, now a lot of people sit here and try to write all of this down, but why would you do that? So what you'll want to do is you'll want to go over to your Gmail and go up here to these dots up here and go to Docs and hit the plus sign here and boom. And so what you'll do is you'll simply copy all of this. So I'll start from the top, from the bottom and up. You'll copy all of this and right click and copy. You go over here and boom. So now you've placed it in a document and you can go up here and name it what you want to name it, seller script. Okay, so boom. So if you want to go ahead and make any changes or add something out or just simply print it out, you might like how it is, you can always edit it in here. So anything in here, you can simply edit. If I wanted to remove that line, I can go back and put that back in there. So anything you want to change in here or add, you could. All right, so this gives you the flow of the script and how to use it. If you want to access it, if you hit the blue button up here, it's right down here, the seller script. You can go right back here and access it again at any point. If you want to share this with someone, just put their email address in there. If you want them to edit it, leave it restricted. If not, hit anyone with the link. If you don't want them to do that, if you want to print it out, here's the print button here, or you can go in the file and print. Or if you need to download it, and you can download it as a Microsoft Word or PDF or whatever document type you want to download it in. So now we've used Chat GPT to create an actual script. It's a little detailed, as you can see. You can just let your creative juices run wild with this. If you wanted to go in here and just create an opening statement, you could, or whatever, based on those questions there, but it already has one here. You know, hi, this is Ty from Deal Makers of Birmingham. I saw your property listed online. I'm interested in meeting and making an offer. It is a good time. Now that's if that's how you saw the property, or if you say I was driving and I saw your property appear to be vacant. I'm interested in making an offer. Is this a good time? So it just depends on how you saw the property or how it came your way on how that initial statement would be posed. Now that's if you're calling them out of the blue. Now you could just do where they called you. So if they actually called you, then assume right opening, we'll just say right greeting if a homeowner called you about selling their property from one of your bandit signs. We'll just see if it was going to do here. That said We buy houses. See what it does. Boom, there you go. That's based on if someone called, if they saw one of your banner signs. Hi there. Thank you for calling Deal Makers of Birmingham. This is Ty. How can I assist you with your property? Beautiful. All right, let's do this. What if it was a direct mail piece? All right, write a greeting if a homeowner called you about selling their property from one of your postcards that said, we buy houses. Okay, all right, so Ty, hello, and thank you for calling Deal Makers of Birmingham. I'm Ty, I'm glad you got in touch with us. I understand you're interested in selling your property. Is that correct? It's amazing. Boom. So now you know how to use Chat GPT to write scripts when you're talking to property owners. Now, before we get out of here, make sure, again, we got the Gator Agreement. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, tap the little bell, select all, so you are alerted when I upload valuable videos like this one and when we go live to answer your questions. Make sure that you follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, LinkedIn, and Twitch. So enough of that. Oh, and don't forget about Zomps, turning Zillow into a user-friendly website database tool to wholesale and to flip more real estate. So again, guys, thanks. I hope this video helped, and we will see you on the flip side.
Flip man, it's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Get that bag.